told myself that I wasn't going to put myself through this again, but here I am. I took a month off from this video. I didn't do one in September. I was in the biggest reading slump that I have faced thus far. I'm still in a reading slump this month. I wanted to give you guys a 24-hour readathon this month. Here we are, much to my dismay. It's not that I don't like filming these because I think that they are super fun to film and edit. It's just that the mental exhaustion that takes place after the fact is puts me in turmoil. If this is your guys' first ever time seeing me do this or just seeing this video in general, I'm going to be reading for 24 hours straight. So from 10 a.m. on Friday, October 21st to 10 a.m. on Saturday, October 22nd. Today's readathon is going to be like fall spooky themed because it is the 21st. Halloween is like not next week, but it's in like a week. So I just thought it would be cute fun if we did a little spooky fall vibe. So I'm gonna do some like spooky books. I'm gonna do some just like fall books that I want to read just to kind of get the whole entire vibe, because I think what happens is like I try to do reading just thrillers and then I got burnt out on thrillers. I get burnt out on romances, so I want to switch up all of the genres. First book that I'm going to be reading is going to be Dead Flip. This is like a mystery thriller about a haunted pinball machine that takes place in the 80s, early 90s, because it's like a back and forth timeline. Super excited about this. Gives me Stranger Things vibes. Like if you just look at this book cover, it sure looks like Stranger Things season 3. So very excited. We're gonna start doing this. I'm gonna brush my hair, read this. Book number 1, let's go. Why is this book really making me cry? Literally, why? How, and why? Oh my god. Hour check-in because it's 10:58 right now and I am on chapter 15. I'm like 100 pages in. Oh my god, like there's just this one specific part that made me start crying in the book. I am really enjoying this book so far. It is like very nostalgic for me. Like even though I didn't grow up in the 80s and 90s, I'm like so obsessed with the 80s and 90s. I literally talk about it all the time. It's really cool to like read a book that takes place in that time period. Also like reading about friends and when you're young and like all you really care about is like your friends and like having a close knit of friends and like the tale of that. It just feels like watching, like you're reading a book, but it feels like when you're like watching like The Goonies or like The Lost Boys and you're just like watching just like a group of friends. It's just, I don't know, it feels good. It's been an hour and 52 minutes. I just finished Dead Flip. I don't really get the name of the book, but almost 2 hours in, finished one book. I don't know if I want to rate the books right now because I feel like lately I have been waiting to rate books. I would like say rating, like say I was like, yeah, this is 5 stars. It's not. And then like later on, even like tomorrow, I would look back and be like, this is not a 5 stars. This is like a 4. So I think I'm gonna hold off on the star ratings until the very end of the video, but finished the first book. Thought it was pretty good, pretty entertaining. Do you guys see that my nose is red? It's so cold in here. It was pretty good, pretty entertaining. Like I said, I liked the atmosphere. It took place in the 80s and 90s. It kind of had a cliffhanger, so I think that there will be a second book in this. I think that this like came out not that long ago, so it'll probably be a while before the second book comes out, but I was very interested and I feel like it was the perfect little holiday like Halloweenish like book. Like I felt like the vibe was really good for around this time. So if you guys want to read this, I feel like this is a perfect time to read this book, but I do recommend you guys to read this book. I thought it was pretty good. As for the next book, I have 2 options that I want to do because I kind of, like I said, want to go like back and forth from genres. So I kind of want to do a romance book. I did buy this book the other day, but it was only because I swear for a month now I have been trying to think of the title of this book, and then I saw somebody post about it on TikTok, and I literally just like automatically ordered it because I was like, I can't not remember the name of this book again. So that is The Things We Leave Unfinished, which I don't even know what this is about. I think what I'm going to read is The Kiss Curse by Erin Sterling. I think this is going to be my next book. So it takes place like in the same town and everything. I think this is the cousin that the main character in X-Hex was like close with. I think it's the cousin that this book is about. So very excited, but what I think I'm going to do, I am going to go to either Starbucks or Barnes & Noble and just kind of like sit in there and read. I feel like something I need to do with this challenge is switch up genres and also switch up like my atmosphere, because if I'm just like sitting in my room all day, I'm going to get very, very, very unmotivated. So I'm going to go to Barnes and just kind of like sit and read for a little bit. That way I'm like having a different environment around me. So since I'm gonna have to drive to Barnes, I need to find an audiobook. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm literally gonna listen to the X-Hex because it's gonna give me like a little bit of a refresher, and I feel like it is just such a good audiobook to listen to. So I'm going to also listen to this while I just put a little bit of makeup on, and then while we drive, and then we'll go to Starbucks or Barnes. I know I'm gonna stop by Starbucks, but I don't know whether I want to sit in Starbucks or I want to sit in Barnes. I feel like I will end up just sitting in Barnes. So
pictures in Starbucks. What can I get started for you?
Hi, I just had a mobile order for Destiny.
Have a wonderful day.
You too, thank you. If I'm gonna get through the day, it's gonna take a lot of caffeine. So here we are. Know how long I was just in there for. Also, I have had these for like a month now. I love them. I put little Spider-Man stickers on them. It does make me feel like I wear these to the gym and stuff, which I need to get my Beats back from Isaac because I don't like wearing these to the gym. They're not very good, honestly, for working out. I think my Beats are way better. These I just like to use for like normal stuff, but I literally have stickers on them, and like when I'm at the gym I feel so childish, but I don't really care. I don't know how long I was just in there. Also, I need to turn on this car because it's a little warm outside. I texted my mom at 12:50 and it's literally 2:48 right now. So I was in there for 2 hours. It has been 4 hours, 48 minutes, and I finished The Kiss Curse. I literally told myself, like, one, those chairs were so uncomfortable, but it was nice to be able to like sit in an environment that was different than like my room or somewhere at home. But I told myself that I could not leave until I finished this book. So it took me like 2 hours to finish it. It was good. I really enjoyed it. It's like, I kid you not, if you guys haven't read the X-Hex, if you guys haven't read the X-Hex, and if you guys haven't read this book yet, I really, really recommend you guys to read it because I just feel like it is the perfect book to read in fall. The environment, and like even now I'm listening to the X-Hex on Audible because I'm gonna go drive and get myself a wrap from McAllister's and go home and start another book, which I'm currently listening to the X-Hex, but it's just even perfect to like listen to them because like the environment and just everything around them, the descriptions, and I kid you not, like I literally love it, and they're perfect to read, especially in October. I'm gonna go pick this up and continue listening to the X-Hex, and then we're gonna go home. Okay guys, I am finally back home. I'm almost 7 hours into this. I have been going back and forth from reading on my phone, which I have been reading King Wrath or some in Huang's new release. I've been reading that on my Kindle Unlimited on my phone, and then also listening to the X-Hex on audiobook because I've been reading this while I was downstairs talking to my brother. That is the update on that. I think I'm like almost halfway through the audio audiobooks, I've sped it up so much on the X-Hex and not very much into King of Wrath. We're on to our next physical read. So I don't know what that is going to be necessarily, but let's look to the bookshelf. So I kind of want something fall themed, but not necessarily a thriller. I think I'm going to start The Final Girl Support Group by Grady Hendrix. I think this is a little bit more gory and kind of more onto the horror side. I bet we're gonna need a nice little romance after I am done with this 7-hour mark starting The Final Girl Support Group. Okay guys, I can't do this. Literally, I am trying to read this book. It's just not happening for me. I am almost 100 pages into this book right now. For the sake of this challenge, I have to put this down. I don't know if I will come back to this book, honestly. The writing is a little peculiar to me, which I think is intentional, but I just, like, my brain can't do this for some reason right now. Like, I'm not latching on to what is going on. Like, it's very weird for me. We can't do this. Back to the bookshelves we go. Okay, for right now, I think I'm going to continue the Godparent Trap. I was reading this the other day when I was on the treadmill because I'm going to the gym and walking on the incline for 30 minutes every day. So I have been bringing books with me to the gym so that time feels like it's going by faster. I think I'm going to finish this and then maybe I will go on to a fantasy book. Maybe I will read Once Upon a Broken Heart for a little fantasy fall read, but right now we're doing the Godparent Trap. I'm hitting a wall where I'm getting a little bit tired and I suited up. I suited up for this. My second caffeinated drink of the video, which is an Alani Nu. And I thought, you know, to go with the vibe of today's video, we have the Witch's Brew. I'm not a huge fan of Alani Nu drinks because I don't like carbonated ones. Let's see. That wasn't very satisfying. Okay. Ooh, it smells like those caramel apple suckers. Hopefully this is actually good. If this is actually good, I'm gonna regret not getting more of these because hopefully this even helps. Let's see. Cheers. Oh my god, that's actually good. Oh, that's actually great. Yay. I'm not a huge fan of energy drinks in the way that they taste. I also don't drink them very often. This is so good. Hopefully it does the job. It literally tastes like the caramel apple suckers. So if you like those and you want an energy drink, go drink this. I don't know if it's gonna give me energy though. I will update on that. I'm now 9 hours into this challenge. I just finished the Godparent Trap. I will say that this book got a lot better than like the first half that I read. It's so funny because like where I ended this book at and like picked this book up at just now, it was like a complete 180 in the story. So I literally stopped reading the book like right when it was going to get good. So I think that this book's really good. Again, all ratings are saved until the end just to add a little bit more spice and drama to this. You know, you guys can't know the ratings just yet. Finished the third book 9 hours in, so that kind of puts us at roughly 3 hours for each book, even though I've like read other books in between. I don't know, this is just all so odd. Also, it's only 7 o'clock right now, but it's like getting dark outside because, you know, seasons are changing, seasonal depression is coming in hot. I feel a little like uncomfortable still wearing my outfit of the day. I usually never last this long in like an outfit. I usually literally as soon as I get home change it to something comfortable. I think that is what I am about to do, is change into something comfortable and then pick my next read. Let's get to it. Everybody do it. Everybody have some fun. If you know, you know. I feel like a lot of you won't know what that is from, but if you know what that's from, comment down below. Oh, comfy clothes are on. Makeup is still on though. It's like a new record. I am now 9 hours and 40 minutes in and I have debated on my next pick because I was really debating on the things we leave unfinished in another book. I didn't decide what the other book was, and then I decided to pick up The Bodyguard because I just saw it on my bookshelf and completely forgot that I had it. But like with this, I don't know. I have decided to read The Bodyguard, but I'm literally about to put up an Instagram poll and ask people if this book is worth reading, because if it says yes by the time that I'm done with this book, then this will be the next read. And I know that I said that we were doing kind of like spooky and cozy fall reads. I feel like we're just really going on the fall reads because so far not a lot of the whatever fall stuff has got my attention. The first thing that I always do with a hardcover book, if you were wondering, take off the dust jacket. I hate reading a hardcover book with a dust jacket. Challenge. I just finished The Bodyguard. I don't know why this book took me forever, but also I did go eat dinner in between, and I just really needed a mental break for like 15-30 minutes. Like, I was really where I was like this close to a mental breakdown. I am still very much this close to a mental breakdown. Like, I was this close, now I'm this close. But I did need to like step away, because at first I was really like, I don't think I can read this book. I don't think I can read anything else. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna go eat dinner. I'm gonna take a step back from the book. I'm gonna come back and read the book. And I did. I really liked this book. It was like way different than I was expecting in such a good way. And at first, like even the build up, well no, actually, like I only read like 20 pages. I swear, because I thought this about the Kiss Curse too, like when I read a long, like the actual book is long, like the pages are long, I swear like it makes it go by so slow for me. I don't know why when I read hardcovers like this, it feels like reading the book goes by so much slower. It's 11:30 right now. I'm tired, and I'm not gonna hide it. I'm tired. I feel like I'm getting a headache, so I feel like I'm going to turn my lights off, but I obviously can't read in the dark. So I'm going to get my Kindle, and I think I'm gonna continue King of Wrath, I think it is. Oh, I forgot that I put it over here. Silly. I got my Kindle. I'm about to continue reading King of Wrath. I didn't get very far into it. I think I'm like only a few chapters in, but that is what I'm about to read. So since I'm going on my Kindle, something that I do anytime I'm reading on my phone or my Kindle is I put on my blue light glasses. So I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is Pair Eyewear. You guys are not going to believe this. First of all, I literally wear blue light glasses all the time when I'm reading, when I'm editing, when I'm literally doing anything on my phone, because I'm very prone to headaches. So blue light glasses are something that are very important to me, and I have this new pair from Pair Eyewear that I absolutely love. You guys have never seen anything like this. Just wait. Do you guys want to know what makes this so awesome? Do you guys want to? The thing that makes these so unique and amazing are their top frames. Now you guys may be like, what are top frames? I will show you. I got 3 pair of top frames, 3 different ones that I'm absolutely in love with. So I got a plain blue pair, and literally look at how easy this is. They literally magnetically snap on. So if I'm feeling blue, I have blue. Like it's just gonna go with my mood. You guys are gonna die. You guys are literally going to die when I show you these. I got 2 pair of Spider-Man top frames. First of all, I have this one that just kind of has the Spider-Man around it with like the red and blue in the middle that I'm absolutely in love with. My absolute favorite one is this blue one with Spider-Man all over. Like, I just can't even. This is going to be my new personality trait for I don't even know how long. Genuinely, I'm so excited. I can't even tell you guys how excited I am. I went on the website and I was browsing, which is, I literally just get lost in the browsing on the website. Like, it's genuinely just so, like, there are so many options. There are so many options that I just kept looking at them and just wanted to add them all to cart. It is so easy to want to add all of them to cart when they are such good blue light options for literally starting at $25. Are you literally kidding me? I picked the Twain tortoises for mine. The tortoise is usually a go-to pattern for me on any of my glasses. I don't know why, I just always gravitate towards it. And I have a little bit of a smaller face, so I always like to get smaller glasses, so I really gravitated towards these because I think I also just got the narrow ones. The best part is that you guys can click the link in my description box TikTok and use my code SIDWELL15. That's all caps, SIDWELL15, to get 15% off. Guys, like these are so affordable as well. See, your base frames and then the top frames are as affordable as $25. They have so many different themes, so many different options. I am in love. They literally have like a Marvel section, a haunted house one for you, Halloween, baddies out there. Thank you so much again to Pair Eyewear for sponsoring today's video. Let's get back into our 24-hour readathon. I'm really struggling to drink that. Ugh, I just don't vibe with energy drinks. We have the vibe all set up. I turned on my skylight, whatever, you know, that was all over TikTok like 2 years ago. Now I still have in my room because I love it. I literally turn it on every single night. And then I also have on my sunset lamp. So we have a little bit of a nice ambiance going on. I'm 10% through this book right now. I'm on chapter 5. Can I tell you guys, I thought that this book wasn't coming out for literal months. I was under the impression that like this series wasn't starting until like 2023. So I was very confused when I went on Kindle Unlimited. I went on Kindle Unlimited multiple times and seen this, and I thought it was just like how the final offer comes up for Lauren Asher, but like that book isn't even coming out. But I kept on seeing this book and I was like, oh, they just have like the cover up. No, you could full and well read this book for I don't even know how long now. It's that time. It's that time. You know what? I love reading my Kindle with my blue light glasses. I don't know why. It makes me feel like a cute little old lady. Is that weird? Who knows? That it is 7:48 right now in the morning and I fell asleep a few times throughout the night, like a few times. I have still been reading this book. It's taking me forever. Like, I know I said I've fallen asleep a few times and I have, and I've tried to read this book and I just think it's because I'm so tired and then I started having really bad anxiety over not doing this video correctly. That's what's been happening. There's like 2 hours left of this and I'm gonna keep going. Finished King of Wrath. I think that's what it was called. I'm 22 hours, almost 23 hours into this. That's the 5th book that I've finished. If I wasn't falling asleep last night, I definitely could have finished, like, I'm not even joking you, maybe 3 more books. Let me see. I've been putting all of them over here for the wrap up. So I definitely won't be able to finish this within the hour, but I'm gonna start it because I read Indigo Ridge. I think it was the first book that I read this month. So I'm gonna read Juniper Hill, 2nd book in the Eden series. If you want, you can read them all as standalone. This one, single parent trope. If you're into that. I said that these give me very big fall romance vibes because they take place in Montana and it's small town, so that always screams fall romance to me. So we're gonna read this for the last hour, see how far we can get into it. I went a little bit over the time. It's been 24 hours, 14 minutes, but I'm done with this 24-hour readathon for October. I wasn't successful, and I'm not gonna act like this was a successful one. I did fall asleep multiple times throughout the night. I wasn't as successful as this was planned out to be. We're gonna talk about the 6 books that I read during this 24-hour readathon. I'm not gonna talk about the X-Hex because I was just listening to that on audiobook like while I had to go do things. Gonna start from the beginning. Didn't realize I had these out of order. Dead Flip. This was the first book that I read for today's video. I have decided to give this a 3 stars. I thought that it was really good. The atmosphere for fall was really good. I liked that it took place during the 80s and 90s and it was an interesting story, and the tale of friendship and like the importance of friendship, like I said earlier, literally gives you that feel of like a 80s movie. Like I said, Lost Boys, The Goonies, anything, you know, like following close-knit friends trying to take on an adventure is what this felt like. It literally, I really liked that. I don't know, it was a 3-star for me. Enjoyable book that I had a good time reading are usually 3 stars. Wasn't really above and beyond anything other than that, but it was still a good book that I would recommend you guys to read this fall. And then I read The Kiss Curse, which I actually decided to give a 4 stars. I'm telling you, the X-Hex and The Kiss Curse, they are also perfect for October specifically. specifically because both of them take place like really close to or in October. It just feels like the scenery, the description of the scenery around them, the little witchy fun stuff that they do, it is just so cute, so atmospheric, so fun. The storyline is really good. The banter in this book specifically, I enjoyed Gwen's character a little bit more than I enjoyed Vivi's character, which was the girl from the X-Hex. I enjoyed Gwen's character a lot, and I enjoyed the banter between them and the storyline in this book really, really well. Would definitely recommend you guys to read this before October ends. And then I read The Godparent Trap, which I actually also rated a 4 stars. This one, when I like the first 70 pages, like I tried to explain, like it was weird because I read the first 70 pages outside of this video and then finished it in this video. But like the first 70 to 100 pages, I was a little bit like, I didn't love the main guy. It's really hard for me. I wouldn't call this like a grumpy sunshine, but I think other people would. It's more just kind of like he's very follows the rules, clean cut, just is used to doing what he does. Sometimes guys like that in books, like just their sterileness really makes me just like ugh, and just like sometimes just like the cutthroat things that he says. It's really hard for me to move past that. But for him in this book, he completely turned it into a full 180, and I really loved what the characters ended up being in this book, and I really loved the storyline. And then I read The Bodyguard, which I actually also rated a 4 stars. I had a lot of good books in this video. I'm very happy that the books were actually really good, and I rated this 4 stars. I will tell you that I really loved the style of writing in this because it was told from the main character's point of view, but she was kind of breaking the third wall. She was telling you the story, which I understand when you read books, it's like in their point of view a lot of the times anyway, where they're like, I said this or I felt this, you won't believe what happens next, and like stuff like that. Like it felt like she was breaking the third wall more than regular books do, if that makes any sense. Her character within itself, it was really nice to read about a bodyguard romance and how she was kind of like, no one really expected her to be a bodyguard, but she always proved people wrong, that she could deal with anything, and she was the best of the best when it came to it. I love strong female characters, and she was definitely one of them in a way that was so super enjoyable. She doesn't let people walk all over her, and I really enjoyed that because there's a lot of instances in this book where people could walk all over her, but she does not allow that. I loved it. This book was really good. The only reason it wasn't a 5 stars was because there were some things in this book that like are said about the main character and just kind of keep on coming up that I really like rubbed me the wrong way. It was still really cute, really liked it. This is perfect for fall too because it takes place in like a small ranch in Texas for a majority of the book, and I thought that that was a really good backdrop for this book. Then on my Kindle, I read King of Wrath, which is the book that I was like reading all throughout the night. It's funny because I feel like I kind of was doing good with like the books throughout the day, and every single time I do this challenge at night is when it gets more challenging because I am somebody who goes to sleep early, who enjoys her sleep, who hates when people disrupt her sleep, and I just lose focus a lot if I'm editing, if I'm reading at night, unless it's like a book that I'm so enthralled in. King of Wrath, I gave a 3 stars. It was another enjoyable book. I think that it's the Kings of Sin series is going to be more of like the dark romance stuff where like they're not in the mafia. I mean, it was a little confusing because it was like kind of like Christian in Twisted Lies, like how he wasn't a part of the mafia, but he just kind of like, I don't know, like I didn't really understand it in those books either. He's just a powerful person, I guess. And he was actually really heavily in this book, and I didn't put 2 and 2 together that Dante and Vivian, who is what the King of Wrath book is about, were in Twisted Lies, and then I remembered that they were in Twisted Lies, and I don't know why I didn't expect anything of it, and then when I finally like saw Christian and in this book, and then I remembered that, oh yeah, they were the people that were in Twisted Lies. So that was fun that you kind of got a callback to characters from the Twisted series. That's not going to happen. I think it's probably only going to happen in this book because no one else is really connected with the rest of the characters like Christian and Dante are. So it was a 3 stars though. Those types of books are really just like entertaining for me. They rarely ever exceed like the 3 to 4 star. I will definitely be buying a physical copy out of my bookshelves because I can't just read a book on Kindle and like it and not own it, you know? And then last but not least, Juniper Hill, which I actually probably 75% through. I have literally like this much of the book left. I'm almost done with this book and I am enjoying it so far. I don't have a rating because I haven't finished it yet. I will say that I like this book more than Indigo Bridge. I enjoyed Indigo Bridge, but I didn't love it, and I was kind of like, and then I read this book and I have liked it a lot more than Indigo Bridge because I like Knox more than I like Griffin. Okay, hi. Literally me from a few days later, and I realized that I reviewed all of these, didn't end the video. Like I gave you the review and I was just like, peace, like stopped the recording don't know what was going through my head. But anyway, that is the end of today's 24-hour readathon vlog. If you guys like this video, you guys know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff that you guys know how to do. If you guys want to see another video of this, let me know. That is how I know what videos you guys want to see, is if you like the video. If you guys comment what videos you guys want to see, follow me on my socials, let me know there, whatever you guys want to do. And with that being said, I will see you guys when I see ya. Peace.